Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafur. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafur now. We're old acquaintances, so first you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, that's Gafur! He's the one we're searching for. But he's...
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects in Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa. With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a herbad by now.
Hold on. That's Lisa! Paimon heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago. What's Lisa doing here now?
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince...
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The academia needs people right...
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus...
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafur, it isn't a good idea to... Our teacher knows exactly why I left the academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to... Giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the academia as a Spontamod researcher. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a Spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
Besides, taking care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of... Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what... A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafur. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, and there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. 2 people have been eavesdropping on us for... Is there anything we can help you two with?
Hello, Lisa?
Well,
If it isn't you, long time no see, cutie.
excuse me, but what business do you...
Well, actually, we're here to participate in a research project on ley lines for Spontamod. We just finished registering with Effendi.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling, you haven't joined the academia, have you?
Right. Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers.
Paid volunteers? Gafur, is the academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the...
No, the paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But if only you would agree to come back and preside over some matters, we wouldn't have to go through all this nonsense.
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into...
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a walk in the park.
It's been so long now. I can only imagine what wonderful stories you have to share.
So there's nothing to...
Since you two are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment while I talk to Lisa.
I'm sorry, Gafur. My answer is still...
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have never regretted my decision to leave the academia. And I don't think that will...
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting. In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave. See you at the Darshan reunion in a...
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you two, please come see me later in the Mautiima forest when you're free. We'll need your help with the volunteer work. Oh, and one last thing, Lisa.
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Mondstadt.
Thank you. Well then, cuties, now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat. Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafoor is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I thought to myself, why not go on a... I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spontamad Dark. But instead of staying at the academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to...
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago. If anything, it all boils down to a difference. When I first came to the academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me, but most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding. So failure, I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've experienced a lot.
I don't wish to return to the academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours that start after 10 a.m., with regular afternoon tea every day.
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian because she doesn't want to deal with hassles all the time.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a job. And besides, being able to take regular it's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Gafoor found me just... Speaking of which, what about you two? What brings my favorite cute... I see. Even I didn't expect them to be so bent on their pursuit. Sounds like you were involved in some remarkable events again, and I was completely unaware. And to think, you were even able to handle a crisis of that magnitude. Cutie, your abilities are really beyond... Having accomplished such a feat, I'm sure you must have a lot on your plate right now. I was actually thinking... What a pity. It's very rare for us to meet like this. Oh, then would you like to spend some time with me, darling? That would be I plan to spend the next few days visiting around Sumeru City. At the end of my stay, I'll leave from Gandharvaville. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again in Sumeru City or Gandharvaville. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like that. If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello. Otherwise, I might start feeling...
There you are. Looks like you two are ready. Very well. Let me inform you of some details. Spontamad has been involved with the ley lines for a long time, and it's imperative that their current is constantly monitored. This research project was also organized to help. However, because abnormal fluctuations often occur in Sumeru domains, we must regularly send people deep. Since it's often dangerous inside the domains, we've established a rule of only dispatching personnel with combat capabilities. It'll be your task to go into the domain and record any ley line anomalies. However, if you encounter any danger, please... Well, those are all the necessary details. When you're ready, you may enter the domain.
Process of elimination.
Try not to enjoy this too.
Ready, go! I see everything.
Diffract!
The Temple of Wisdom.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Illusion shattered!
Burn!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Think you can get away? Motion to compel! Admissible evidence! Thrust and rebuild! Billowing surge! Time for takeoff!
Barbados! Guide us!
Game's up! Time's over. Think you can get away? Yahoo!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. How rude! Time for takeoff. You're toast!
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! Things are about to get dicey. Now you shall perish!
You are not well. Let's nip that in the bud.
No excuse for slacking!
Wind, hear me!
I got you covered. Can't see. Ha! I'll uproot you. Fire it up. Ta.
Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this gift!
Wind strike!
As one with wind and cloud. Enshroud. I hear everything.
Too late for regrets! Tears of the storm!
Wind strider! Clouds high!
Birds call.
Are you here to play with shine for me?
As one with wind and cloud.
Wind strike!
Just like we rehearsed!
You want this one?
Don't be scared!
Wind strike!
In this body, be gone! Ice and snow. The night is cold. Stars, shine for me.
Gotcha. Here comes the cash.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
My guiding stars, don't be scared.
Things are about to get tight.
Now you shall perish!
Grant us your blessing.
Submit for judgment.
Rise.
Be still.
You're coming as foretold.
Time for a light show.
The eternal await.
Gold Bishop down!
Kamisato Ari. Suiyu. My blade, from whence you came.
Fire hazard!
Finally, some target practice. Goodbye, but we'll meet again.
Flash Frost!
Here comes the cash.
Let's move.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Here comes the fireworks! That didn't count! The fuse is lit!